evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? How's been your day? Good evening, Marvelous. Good evening, Precious. Yeah, good evening, Adams. How are you guys doing? How has been your day? Good evening, Jesu Joba. Yeah, good evening, Gift. Good evening, everyone. All right, that's great. It's nice to actually see that everyone is doing okay. Yeah, your day was fine. That's great. I think my day went okay too. It was cool, not so much stress. So cheers to good days. How was my day? It was cool. It was fair. It was not terrible. So I guess it was a good day. Rain fell. At least it didn't beat me. So that's a good thing. Musa, welcome. Welcome to the office hours. Don't worry. Yeah, you can catch up. I think just watch the main video, the main resource video, and you'll be up in no time. All right, so let's fire on. You have any questions about this week's task? About the resource, things you don't understand, please kindly share your questions. And let's take your questions. Let's go through them together. Why is rain always falling at my end? I don't know why rain is always falling at my end. It's just been raining really, really like some people over there are already tired of the rain. So man, it's been something else. All right, so someone's Nelson, you can also relate. Oh, sorry about that. Hopefully everybody will get up and running and everything will get back to normal. Sorry for stress that you might have been going through. Part of blessing. Yes, so if you bless me, I need blessings. I need plenty of blessings. Blessings from different places. Part of blessings, if you bless me, to rest upon me. Send that picture of books to the landing page, but it's not showing on the prototype. Oh, that's serious though. I think I had some time people had that issue. That's serious. But just what I would say is that I don't know where you are trying to add the picture, but one thing you can do is add it. if I don't understand what you're doing, it would seem somehow. So you can just text me or post on a group or send me a DM on Slack so I can take a look at it and understand it. Sorry, just Joba. Network issues. Yeah, I think everybody's having network issues. It's really been terrible for me also. Just trying to survive and go through it, but then it's not been easy. All right, so yep. So please drop your questions. Let's take them. Let's go through them. Answer the question. All right, Mary, you copy your style guide to a new page for the library, but still can't get the fonts and the text out. Are you, when you say a new page, you mean something like you just take it out to the, I say a new page, you mean something like this is a page, this is another page, page 4, page 3, this is page 1, by the way, this is another page. So you mean pages like this inside the same Figma file? You mean maybe like a new Figma file, like entirely new Figma file or something like this? Wow. Can't seem to hear anything. Hold on, sure. I am speaking. Please, others, everyone else, if you can hear me, please, just let me know you can hear me. In explanation of the timeline, I think I explained that yesterday. Said the timeline just involves the time when you're going to start the research time, you will write it there. Then also the time allocated for everything else, UX research, you write the time you are thinking or the estimated time for UX research, you write it there, the dates. Then for UI design, you write it there. For prototyping, you write it there. For testing, you write it there. Those kind of things. The template is already there. You just have to put in your own values into the template. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Mary, a new Figma file. Yeah, a new Figma file. It might not, it won't really work because you don't have your library shared. Share a library, what you need to do is go to assets. When you click on assets, you see this book icon here. When you click on the book icon, then it shows you all of this. So see this publish 43 changes in mine. In yours, it could be different. I don't know how many changes will be there, but then once you publish it, that's only when it can work in that file. But to do all of that, you have to first have a theme. You have to have a theme, something like this. Have a team, like something like this. You need to have teams. You need to have a team. So if I have this team, let's say I have my team here. Everything that I have inside this team, they can use the same, say, colors, font, text. I don't have to be creating. So if I create a new one in any place, I just have to share it together. So if I open the UI screen now, if I open this one, I don't know, I did not create, I'm not sure I created any style yet, so I may not have anything to share yet. Once it loads, this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Problem statement, Oyeladun, is the problem, like what problem are you trying to solve? Then you explain the problem, like oh, I noticed that women are always say, what can we use now? So I'm trying to think of something someone can use. Or say I'm building an app that is meant for meant to say predict football matches. Then I say, okay, men, okay, you predict and win, something like that. So I can now say, okay, problem is that people predict and or they always feel like if they predict, maybe one day they will be winners and win something. So why not just have an app that people can predict on, and then at the end of the day they can win something? So then I start writing, okay, why I'm bringing up the app, like the problem I'm trying to solve with the app. So I start writing about the problem, say, people have some people believe maybe they have the power of guessing, or they have the power and the ability to predict, like a prediction ability. And the fact that maybe there's no platform that actually helps them put that into practice makes it seem like they don't know what they are doing, and makes others see it as just bluffing. So having that platform would help people be able to say test their predictive ability, and also have other people see how well their friends can predict. So something like that. So I could have that as my problem statement. Nelson, are you asking for my Twitter handle?
I'm not really big on social media. I just go to Twitter to read stuff and then maybe post some things I make from time to time. So all right, so can you explain the research task from scratch? The second task for this week. I don't seem to get anything. Whoa, that's serious. The second task. What do you mean the second task? I'm trying to understand that. Can you give what do you mean about the second task? Do you mean with task or with one task? I don't understand. When you say second task, I'm thinking like what exactly do you mean? Like what exactly do you mean? So okay. All right. How do we post the response we get on Google Form on the Google Doc? You can screenshot them, or you can export your Google Form response via you can export it into an Excel file. Yes, Excel file. Then you can copy from the Excel file. You can just select all the rows and or columns rather. You can select all the columns and just copy everything from there and then paste it in your Google Doc. If not, you can easily do that. Elisha says the website. What website? What did you say before? Lost. Elijah, I'm lost. What did you say? What do you mean by the website? All right. Nelson, are you asking for my Twitter handle? I still don't understand that. All right. Is it compulsory to use your previous style guide, the one I used for week 3? It's not compulsory, but to be a good thing to use. That's the point. To be a good thing to use. All right. So, you have to do the timeline. I already explained the timeline. Somebody just asked a question about the timeline, and I just explained it. Obolua, I just explained the timeline. Okay, so somebody just tagged me on Slack. Okay, that was fast. Okay, so what I mean by the second task, the one we are asked to choose a niche industry and conduct research. Yeah. So what you're supposed to do is choose a niche: fintech, health tech, agro, entertainment, or logistics, and find a problem you want to solve in that niche. Like okay, like logistics will be that there's no way for me to stockpile. So I order a lot of things from Lagos and I don't stay in Lagos. And there's no way for me to stockpile my loads and maybe order and maybe get them delivered all at once at the same time. So ideal thing would be that, okay, I would just say, let's say, the thing would be that I would just say, okay, I want to create an app that helps people stockpile, and then maybe they can actually have a place where they drop all their, or maybe logistic companies that allows people to stockpile, but you actually pay a certain amount for stockpiling. Then when you want to have your package delivered, you just have them delivered all at once. So you can stockpile for up to like maybe like 1 month or 1.5 months or something like that. But then you have to, all package that needs to be paid for, and then as you are stockpiling, like as you are adding a new package to be delivered to you, you keep on adding money to add the package. So that could be I'm solving the problem of stockpiling in the logistics industry. And my solution is to provide a platform that helps people to just stockpile and deliver their goods later when they are ready for it to be delivered. Because people feel like if you are delivering, let's say, if you deliver it to your house, you deliver it to your house like 2,000 and you stockpile, some people feel like, okay, you actually maybe maximum you pay 4,000 or you pay 3,000 or you pay that 2,000. But if you are getting your order delivered, immediately you buy those goods, you pay 2,000 every single time. And you are buying like 5 goods, that's like 10,000. So it doesn't really make sense. So the problem I'm trying to solve is the stockpiling issue, and then blah, blah, blah. So on that logistics. So I start maybe making the research, create a research plan, write my interview script. People want to interview. Do you have any problems? Start interviewing people. Do you have problems with maybe getting orders delivered or stockpiling orders? How long have you stockpiled an order for? All those kind of things. So I start asking those questions. So yeah, that kind of a thing, Sha. That kind of a thing. So Okbolua. Oh, okay, yeah, it's okay, it's Damilola that asked the question, so I just answered your question. Then just to Joba, please, the interview I conducted was audio. Should I paste the voice records in the doc? No, I think no. I think in the document, it's just you should write an interview script. It's just the script you are asked to write, and you create a research plan. So your audio is not supposed to be there. So that's it. Nelson, you're asking for my Twitter handle. My Twitter handle is Loyoye. Let me just show it to you. I don't really do much on Twitter. Maybe I should start doing some things on Twitter. Okay, what am I writing? Let's go back to that right well. All right, so my Twitter handle, here it is. So please, come on. Come on. And so I don't understand the week 4 task for user research. 1, what don't you understand about it? Favor, when you say you don't understand something, explain. Just tell me what exactly you don't understand. Just don't say you don't understand. Like, then I start thinking, okay, what exactly do you don't understand? Is it this one? I start racking my brain. So just ask your questions straight, like be straightforward with your questions. Like, this is what I don't understand about this week's task. If you don't understand everything, just say, I don't understand everything. That's much better. So put some clarity in there, please. Thank you. Unrelated, who else noticed that number of participants in this week's live sessions are low compared to previous weeks? Yeah, could be possible. People are getting really tired every single day, and then everybody gets to work. And now ASFO is resuming, so yeah, you can't blame anyone. There could be a lot of factors affecting that. But someone says, okay, just to Joba says, for health tech, said I wanted to create an app for adult care rather than going adult daycare homes, which is not encouraged in Nigeria. At law, is this valid? Yes, it's valid. If you actually have a way around it, if you have your plan in your head and you know it's foolproof and it makes sense, and then your product is perfect. So there's no problem with that. Actually, I love new ideas. Mostly people will say they are doing health tech, and what they will be doing is they say they are doing telemedicine. Almost every health tech say product case study or app that I've seen, most of them are telemedicine. I'm like, what happened to telemedicine? Like, everybody's just doing telemedicine. So yeah, this is a new angle, so it's fine actually. If there's a way around it, how it's supposed to work, the way it's supposed to work, figure that out. If it works well in your head, then fine, go for it. Good luck to you with it. All right, Precious, say you don't understand the dynamic between research questions down to the interview script because you've already coined out questions for the interview question. Now you can't possibly find questions to fill this section in this section area. I don't really quite understand. Well, I can understand that you are saying that you don't understand the difference or dynamic between the research questions and research questions and interview script. So like yesterday I asked, research questions are just like your proper normal questions and okay, yeah. Well, I think it says research plan, not really research questions. Yeah, it says research plan, not really research questions. So what you need to do is just create a research plan. Then the interview script are just like how do I put it now? Like the questions that you have curated to ask people. And yesterday I was saying that end of the question is that you could actually have one question, say for oh, my phone is buzzing. I take it down now. Okay, so you have a research and then you have the interview question, interview mail template where you can actually maybe like if you want to mail people, if you want to maybe like interview over the air or like online, the way you're going to go about it, that's also there. So what I feel like you should just do and focus on interview scripts are actually just your interview questions. Then research questions are like the general, all up in like from the beginning to the end, from your research plan to your screener questions to your interview scripts itself, and then to the questions maybe you ask post after the maybe whole app has been done. That's the whole research process. So it's not just maybe like something like singular, like it encompasses the rest. So interview script is just interview script, like just the interview questions you ask people. But then the research questions just covers everything else. All right, so Damilola, what you're trying to include in the Google Doc you have to submit is what is inside that Google Doc. The Google Doc that you were given is a template. You were given a template, right? Yes, you were given a template. According to the task, you were given a template. Let me see. Yeah. So it's like make copy of the template below and edit it. So you have to edit each section. That's what your question says. It says edit each section. So everything that is inside the everything that is inside the what do you call it, the Google Doc is what you're supposed to edit and put your own values into them. So that's the way that is supposed to work. All right, so you don't know why your font is very small. You notice I'm not the only one having issues with it. What do you mean by your font is very small? What is your font size? And what do you expect it to look like? Also, if you are using Figma on the browser, check your web browser. Check the scale of your web browser. If you're using Figma on the web browser, the scale of your web browser. Some people have their web browsers set to maybe like 80%, 75%, but the normal one is 100%. So please check it. Also, zoom in. You can zoom in on Figma. Like I'm using the font I'm using for this is I'm using font 10, like this right here, and I'm zoomed in. That's why you can see it's bold. But if I keep it somewhere like this, it's going to be very tiny. You almost cannot see it. So, but if I zoom in very well, you can actually see. But according to your style guide, when you're doing the style guide, the base text should be like 16. So 16 is fine. If I change this now to 16, you see it better. This is 16 compared to 10 that we had before. This is so. So just thank you very well. Thank you very well. All right. So let me see. Any other question? Niche are different areas. Yeah, Nelson. Niche are different areas in the different sectors we can work in, like health, delivery, food. Yeah. So delivery and food should be under like logistics, kind of. Yeah. If you are doing food delivery, that should be under logistics. So health is standing alone. All right. So Favor, you don't understand everything. Like, have you watched the video? favor, have you watched the video? Because if you have watched the video, you should understand something. So if you have not watched the video, try to watch the video. Are you just starting? Where did you get lost? Like, did you do your style guide? Did you go through the style guide lesson? Did you go through the say the mini project, like the week 3/4 task that was given? Did you go through that? Like, where did you get lost? What happened? Where did you stop? All right, so Tamila, say you understand. Okay, I understand that part, but are we going to edit the template included in the task? Yes, that is the template you are to edit. What other template is there? All right, what are you submitting? You're submitting the Google Doc back. What do you call it? If you read the what do you call it very well, it said submission mode, accessible Google Doc, like accessible Google Doc. Your Google Doc has to be accessible. You are submitting a Google Doc back. Like, you are submitting a Google Doc back. Simple. Simple, simple. All right, so my size is 100. It's looking like size 18. I use Figma app. Oh, that's serious. That's serious and strange. What is the size of your frame? What is the size of your frame? First of all, what is the size of your frame? What is the dimension of your frame? What is the width and what is the height of your frame? Just two from Lala. All right, so don't submit link to questionnaire response. No, don't submit link to questionnaire response. Just have the response to yourself. Just hold it, like, to yourself. But everything else, just make sure you do what is inside the research plan and the interview script. Like, everything inside that document, that's what you should just work with. All right, how can I export from Google Form to my Google Doc? I need to insert my questions on Google Doc. I already said that now. You can just copy and paste, or you can just I said you can check your responses and the questions in Google, like in an Excel sheet, then copy from the Excel sheet into your Google Doc. That's what I said earlier. So you can do that. All right, so someone says, can I explain the task 2 for the week, the research task? I don't understand what they want us to do. What do you mean task 2? Task 2 for the week. There's only week 4 product design task. User research 1. What is task 2? Please be clear with what you are asking me to explain. Thank you. All right. How come we share our start guide with the new Figma page? When you say Figma page, I'm sure you are saying Figma file. I just explained that. I explained that before. It's a long process. You have to have a team. Let's start stuff again. I've moved on from there. I was explaining it and I started explaining something else. I was saying that if I have this, okay, so this is a file and I do I have styles created here? Okay, so I have styles created here, but you can see the other styles here. And let me see, soft shadow, hard shadow, blah, 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 lemon forest. Everything is from this. Okay, so it's from here. If I come here, say, let's just zoom in. Let me duplicate this. I don't like this. Duplicate this after. If I zoom in, I want to change this color. If I from here, you see all the old, dismiss. Okay, so all the old, all right, so this is a good way to explain this. This purple, look, you look right here very well. I don't know if you can see this, but then you see this purple here, this purple, all the colors under this purple. If I go into this task, this one here, I would still see that same purple. See it here, the same purple. If I click on maybe this text now, and I want to change this purple and I click on fill. If I go down there, I'm seeing the same purple. These are two Figma files. How am I able to pull that off? That's because two of them belong to the same team. Some of the team is personal design. You can see personal designs here. Personal designs. If I go to this one too, personal designs, two of them belong to the same team. It's like they have the same mother and they have access to whatever their mom has. Their mom have a car and then two of them can use the car. So the mother is personal design, that's the team. Then two of them are under that team, so they can actually share resources with each other. They can use the same thing as long as they are with their mother, like they are with the team. So the way to share is what I did earlier. Like, and just click on assets and click on this book icon. When you click on the book icon, you will see daily UI saying publish. Maybe because I've not published it,
If they are to publish here, maybe styles that have been created, I can easily publish all of this and publish it somewhere else and to publish. But to do this, you have to first I'll just advise you to sign up for the Figma education. If you do that, that would help you. Since you're learning here on Zuri, just sign up. And if you're in school, if you're a student, you're in school, sign up for the Zuri, Figma education plan. It's gonna help you. You're going to be able to access a lot of things professional people can access. So try that out. That's my 1 cent. All right. So next thing is say, let me read it. All right. Thank you. The next thing is what about entertainment? Can an online dating app be used? Sure, yeah. Yeah, sure. But whatever you are doing, please make sure you are bringing something new to the table. There are a lot of dating apps. There's now which other one? A lot of other ones. I don't know, Bumble, or is it Bumblebee or whatever it's called. There are a lot of different ones. So please just make sure you're bringing something different to the table, something new, something unique, something different from what everybody else has been doing. That's when your app can stand out. All right, so someone says, I've not showed you how to link style guide to a new file. I just did that right now. Publish, they have to be inside the same order. I just did that. All right, so all right, so can we use free library illustrations from the materials in creating our library? What do you mean by, okay, yeah, sure, you can. Free library illustrations, yeah, sure. You can get the illustrations and they're free and you can use them. Sure, why not? Knock yourself out. It's great. Just to Joba says, can we, okay, yeah, I've answered that. Nelson says, oh, okay, you are doing what do you call it, statement and replies. All right. Just Formula says, the size of my sign-up page for the library website is different from the size of the login page. Hope it don't affect my max. What do you mean by size of your sign-up page and size of the login page? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by size? Do you mean that the width and the height is different? Because when you're designing, I would just advise you when you're designing and you create a frame. I create a new frame now. I'm creating desktop frame. Let me try to create a desktop frame so you can understand. I don't want to use a mobile frame. I'm going to try to create a desktop frame. This is my desktop frame. I'm creating this desktop frame. I'm just going to color it, create a color so you can see very well. This is my desktop frame. I'm going to use my layout grid. Add a layout grid there. Say something like columns, engine, 120, and now this at 15. Have this as 12. All right, so this is my grid. All right, so yeah. So this is my grid, this is my everything. If I'm working with this, you don't ever move, don't ever do this. Don't do this, please. Never do this. Never increase your width. Never increase your width. You can only increase the height. You can only increase, make it longer. Don't make it wide. Don't do that. If you do that, you're creating something new entirely, like something different entirely. So you can only increase the length, width, height, and everything, but don't ever increase the width. It's only the height and the length you can actually increase. So please try to have that at the back of your mind. All right, so I think that's about that. What I was already doing. All right, so that's it. That's it. When bringing an image into Robzan, do you ever have to put it on a frame or should you just keep it there? Can I auto layout it? It depends on you. It depends on what you want to do with the image. So first I have to think of, oh, what do I want to use this image for? What do I want to do with this image? How do I want this image to interact? How do I want to interact with this image? If the image you're going to use maybe as a card, or if it's an image that you're just going to put there, just a line around, you have to auto layout. But for me, if I'm creating a card now, let's say, let me try to create a card so I can show you that. I want to create a card. How do I create a card again? Funny. All right, so I'm going to create a rectangle. Let me just say 320 width. Yeah, that's too small. Let's say 600 width. By 320 or 400. All right, so this is it. And I want some text and say this is an element of components with a button under it.
for industry. I'm going to make it big. That's 10. I'm going to make it 16 or 18. 16, let's make it regular. Right, so this is too big. All right, this is too big. I don't want it. I feel like this is too small. And we're not even using a frame or anything. So this is 600 is too large. Let's use something like 120. All right, so yeah, this is body text. Is the body text too small? Yeah, body text is too small. So this is too big. I want it to be this wide. So let's use something like 480. 80 by 320. So let's manage with this. Say something like this. We'll do something like this. Make this one very big, 24. All right, so we are learning here. I can make it 400. Then make this on split. Yep, perfect. All right. I'm going to move this because move it in, so it's not there. Move it in, so it's not there. All right, I'm going to create a button. Say make this bold. Okay, yay! All right, so I'm just going to do A. So I'm just going to auto layout this. Have I done that already? No. I'm going to do 58, auto layout it, make it 32. Come on, not 321, 32. Then after that, I'm going to add a fill like that, white, no problem. Let me use green and put this as white. Then make this not black. Let's make it something like 2D. That's too much. Let's make it 41. And we'll make this. All right, I'm just changing color. Just figures that I know it'll be all right. So make this auto layout and the spacing between it to 16 or 8. Let me use 8 so it will be together. Let's use 8. So we have this, and we have the button right under it. I'm going to auto layout these three together. Like auto layout these two, or already auto layout these two, just the frame. Let's say let's call it text frame. Text frame. Then we have this one, say button frame. Frame. Then we click on this, auto layout the two of them, just making them 12. I'll make it 16. I can make it 24 later on. Depends on me. So let me just make it 24 now. Space in between them. All right. So I want this to pan across. I want it to jump to this. I don't want to be stretching it myself. I click on it and I just make it something like fill container. When I make it fill container, I fill the container. I want it to be at the center. So I call me a plate at the center. Something like that. That's my button. All right. So I'm just going to make something like this. Curve edges, let's make it a little bit curved. Something like 8, that's fine. All right. So we have this already. And okay, so what we're even trying to do in the first place is try to get an image here. So what I'm going to do is right click and say I'll go to Unsplash. So when I go to Unsplash, I'm going to show you different things. So all right, so Unsplash. What happened? Did I not call it? Where is it? Unsplash. Okay. Probably something wrong with the network. Oh yeah. Yep. We're up, right? On Splash, what picture we need? Let's say dancing, somebody dancing. Yeah, see nice pictures. Interesting. Great. Awesome pictures. I like this one. I like this picture. I can drag this picture. I can drag it from here and bring it out. So if I bring it out, see how big it is, see what it looks like. See, and I don't want this. I don't want it at all. So what I can do is I can always drag in and drop images. Or I can click on this. If I click on this and I click on the image, it's gonna just fill in this for me. So I can still edit it and click on the image here, just like I'm click on pictures. I can change it to maybe fit. If I change it, it's gonna show like this. But I don't want to show like this. I want to show that this guy is something. And there's no way to fill this background with anything. So what I can do is I can do two things. I can duplicate this image now. Sorry if it's advanced for some people, but then if I duplicate, I have this image. I'll make the one under it. This is gonna be very technical. Okay. If I make the one under it fill, I can always okay, I can always try to, I don't know if it will work. If I do okay, it don't work that way. All right, so let me just not do that. I have to do it separately then. Okay, let's just make it simple. Let's just look for an image that is say landscape. So let's just put a landscape image. So we can use this. Yeah, so we can use this, then we can use maybe anything else. Or let me just use, since I said we are learning here, let me just use learning. All right, let me not use learning. Let me just leave it like this. So, we can do this one. Oh, yeah, let me just change it to yeah. Sorry, like whatever I'm doing to be like to have the same feel all along. I don't want it to I don't want things to be distorted. So whatever I'm doing, I want it to have the same message all through. All right, so I think that image passes. That image can work. Yep, or we can use this image. Where is it? Fill. Let's choose fill. All right, or we can use this image. Use this image. All right, so we can use. I think this one is perfect. Then I can change this to fit the color of the image. Let me just quickly edit this. Instead of using green, I just want to put red. Boom. That's too deep. That's too deep. Bright red. Perfect. 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 Exclamation mark. Perfect. All right. So see everything here now. This is our. I've not auto layout this. So when I click on this, I can auto layout this everything. Boom. 24. 24. This is nice. Let me make it 8. Let's go together. All right. This is our card. Let me just put card. This is our card. It may not look like something good right now, but then this is our card. So I could either bring out images like this. See now it's very big. My image is very big. So for me to now make it this small, I will now start doing resizing the image to make it small, to make it small, to make it small. I will now start trying to make the image very small. It won't really work well. But if I auto layout it, almost the same thing because it is an image. So the best way is if I can just know like this is what I want, this is the way I want it to work, this is what I want it to do, then okay, I can only do that. If I still fit, it's not going to do a crop, it's not going to do anything, it's not going to do anything. Okay, that will work. But then it's easier to just create maybe the frame, the rectangle, whatever you want, and then just click on it and then click on the image will load inside. So you can always do that. Let's just finish our card altogether. Let me close this. Let's finish our card. I'm gonna drag this. I'm just trying to put uniform, what is called it. It's all around it. Left and right. I can change it to 16. So that's what I just did. Then I can put a white fill. So now it looks like a card. All right. So I can use boxy. I can make this also boxy. So everything looks boxy. I can make it called let's say we say 16. So it looks very nice. This one also 8. And this one also 8. All right, so all right, there you have it. We have our card already. So all right. So please, I want to know if I can work on the research about how students are able to save their files from registration process and admission to graduation from university with an application. Okay, like an app that helps people to save their registration process. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. What does it fall under? You can do that. Depends on yeah, I guess you can do that. But then we only gave you can always do that later. But for this task, we just gave people niche to work on so that you will not really have to stretch. You can actually just think of simple things to do in that niche. But this is a great idea that you can actually do. So this is a great idea. But then I don't know what I don't understand. I feel like you can actually do it at some other time when you want to write a new case studies and like make it big and everything. But for the maybe sake of this course, you can just try to stick with what this course really offers, something like that. All right, so just to job, I say you can see what I'm doing very well. I'm sorry about that. I think it's the network. If anything looks blurry or looks weird, it's definitely the network. It's not me. I'm sorry. Don't be annoyed. All right, so yeah, class is almost ended. So if you have any follow-up questions, anything you just want to touch down, you can just say it now before it's too late or forever remains silent, at least for this night. All right, don't mind me. So any questions? Any more questions? Anybody there? Anybody? Can anyone hear me? Is anyone still following? Do you have any questions? If you don't have any questions, we can just call it a night. All right. How do I change the font style on this on the guide? Okay, so if you mean if you have already made the style guide, so let's just use it as an example. I've already made the style guide for this. This already has the style guide. If I want to change the font, what I will just do is click on it like this. You see it here. You see a certain button, a style button in front of it. Click on the edit style. You see the font here. And the font, I can just change this man and it has changed to Manrope. Yep, changed. Let me make it to a font that you can really see, so you know that it has really changed. All right, see, I can calculate change, sorry. Now, funny thing is, because this is the style I'm using for different products and everything across different files, if I come here to tell me, to show that there's a change, and I can actually publish that change. And let me see here. Yeah, see it here. See this anything here. This GA, you may not see very well, but I can see it. The GA has changed. The font here, it looks weird. So it has changed from it has changed from, because I changed it already. I changed to it here. So as I publish it everywhere else, they will get it the same thing. So it will work everywhere else. So something like that. That's how you change it. I hope you understand. All right. This is there a way to make your frame bigger without touching the width? What do you mean by touching the width? When you're creating a frame, just use what Figma gives you already. Like just use, unless you're creating maybe something like these cards and all this stuff. But then you have frames for desktop, mobile, MacBook, everything else. Just work within that frame. Don't try to go beyond that. Like if you are creating a desktop frame, there's a desktop frame. If it's tablet you want to design for, there's a tablet frame. You pick, select one of the tablets, iPad mini, iPad Pro, select one, put it there. This iPad Pro is too big. Let me change it from iPad mini. Yeah, it's too long. I like the long ones. Big. Let me just change it to the small one. All right, so this iPad frame. Then you can also go mobile frame, go select mobile, 30 minutes, put it there. So you don't, if you want to move, you just if you want to increase, you just increase like this, increase like this. Most people are scrolling down now, they're not scrolling to the side. They're not scrolling to the side. So do this. Then I can put my card inside my assuming this is a landing page now, I can put my card inside like this. I have a card like this, side by side like this, I have my cards like that. Something like that. If I'm on mobile, I have my cards. Cards are too big.
come up as I can reuse them later on, but then I'll put it in this one too. So
All right, so is it best to use auto layout to edit images?
what do you mean auto layout to edit images? I only use auto layout to time my everything I'm doing together. I did not use auto layout for the images. So all I did was just create a rectangle. Just create a rectangle. You can do the shape yourself. Then go to plugin, run on Splash or wherever you're taking pictures from. If you are bringing your pictures from somewhere else, let me try it. I think that has worked for me before. I don't know how ready. I don't know how much it works. If I'm bringing this image now and say open, I'm bringing this image. You see the image will start showing on my see, the image is here already. The image is here. So I can just click on the place and click control and click on it. Come on, how's that? That's not good. I see that time. Strange. Okay. Hello. That's strange. All right. Let me do Control Z. Let me do Control Z. Actually, I'll press Control Z around. Delete it. There's this thing. Okay. It's not seeing it as a frame. It's as a picture. That's why. So I can just say place image. If I'm placing image, I can place image normally. Let me just click it again. Open. Place image. All right. See. It places it inside. So I placed it inside. Placing. Like magic. My smart. So you can do that. All right. So someone says detach. Are we to attach the Google form link to the Google Doc? No, not really. Just edit the Google Doc template that has been given to you. That's what you need to do. Just edit the Google, edit it, put in your own values, then submit. Simple. Damilola, how can I increase the length of my frame without affecting the element text and everything in the frame? The text and everything in the frame was getting stretched as I tried to increase the height of my frame. This is a real big question because okay, now this is what's happening. So let me just use this as an example. If I bring this here, bring this inside this place now. See this that is here now. If I bring this, let me bring everything inside so you can see. Let me bring it inside. Let me bring them closely. Something like this, yeah. All right, so we're done. So we have this, right? We have this here. So if I stretch, I can stretch normally, and this will stretch normally. It will stretch. But you may not know, but images, illustrations that you are bringing in might actually have their own properties already. So I click on this. This is left and top. Your own might have center and center. So if I do that, it will be following it up and down. It will be following it up and down. To be following it up and down. But to make it stay in one place, it needs to be left and top. And there are other ones that scale. This one won't scale, maybe because of auto layout frame. Let me remove from auto layout. This scale here. Now if that's enable. Difference on auto layout. No, not auto layout. Let's see the difference now. Scale, and I'll put it as scale too. All might be like this. Scale. Now the scale. So let's put this one as center. Center. So when you now start dragging it and you start scaling it, you start moving it up and down. See what will happen now. See what's happening. You see that the two are behaving differently. It's not staying at the center. But it's moving, scaling, like it's expanding. It's not supposed to be. So if I make this, let's say the height of this now, this is an image. Okay. This is no more auto layout. Okay. If I also make this inside here, if I say it should scale, everything is scale. I say all these ones too should scale. This one can't scale because of layout. I remove the auto layout and say
scale, scale. Everything is scale, you know. Scale. Is only scaling left and right, not scaling top and bottom. Okay, no problem. If I remove the layout and I say scale, this is all what happened to it. If I try to, so our start could be scale. Let's make sure it's in left and top. See what's doing now. So that's it. So just make sure it is left and top. Make sure everything is left and top. Let me see. Now this is it's not scaling anymore. Left and top. It's not scaling at all anymore. This one also left and so now if I try to resize it, drag this down, and everything's gonna remain in their place. Simple, sweet, cool, interesting. Yeah, done. So that's it, folks. I hope you understand that. To resize image, can I constrain it and adjust the width and height from the bottom edge? Okay, for images, please. Images. I would advise that if you want to tweak images, yes, you can do it from here by holding shift down, doing it like this, and tweak it like this. For me, sometimes there are some other things you can play around with. Control, if you press control, you can always do something like this. Something like this, something like this. So it depends. And you can do control alt and drag and do from the side, something like this, something like this, something like this. Depends. That's what you want to do. But to scale, you need shift, you need to down shift. Because if you don't press down shift, you can actually have something like this. And this is not good. See where it's looking now. What's this? I mean, what is this? So go. If I flatten this. Nice. I move this. I don't know. I move this from this edge. Interesting. That's strange. It doesn't work really. All right. So let me just okay. So sorry about rambling. That's everything. So concerning question I asked, does it work for text also? Yes, works for text also. Yes. If I put a text somewhere, yeah, I bring this text out, put it here. This is on left hand. I put scale and I put scale. What happens now? It's following it. And you may not know the height of this is now 93. Before the height was 48. So 48. Height was 48. Because of the scaling, you may not really see it. If I push a stroke, you may not really see it. You may not really see it, but then that's how you would know by the. If I do it again now, let me just do it again. You see, the height was 48, but now the height has changed. See, the height is now 196. Same here, 196. That's how you'd know. See, it's bigger now. And before, it's not as long as tall as this. So, look at it here. It is very small. So, it's scaling. It happens to something. So, I think I know why the image is not showing on the YN landing page screen. I just forgot it out. Those images of the books I want to use are SVG documents, not JPEG. Okay, SVG works actually. SVG should show. Well, another thing could be that if I play this now, I can actually have this on top of this. I can actually have this on top of this, you know. I can actually, actually have this here, somewhere here like this. And it may not be inside the frame. Now, maybe it's inside the frame. I may think it's inside the frame. I mean, it may not be inside the frame. When I play this in the prototype, here's what is going to happen. Come on, play now. Play this. Yeah. When I play this is what's going to show. This is what is going to show. Nothing else. Because that is not inside it. So, but if I drag it out and bring it back inside, let me put it in background. Let me turn it back. So if I come back here now, it's showing. See, showing. Oh, that's it. All right, click. All right, so I hope everyone understands. Yeah, you could actually use it on Splash too. So just I'll play around with it. All right, so this is where we're gonna start for the night. Good luck with your task. Good luck with your work. Wish you the best, and have great fun. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye, everyone. We're been here for today. So, okay. Have a nice night and have a great day tomorrow. I